The toughest part of any sheet metal welding project, whether it's MIG or TIG, is usually the welding itself. You've spent the time creating a solid professional looking seam, but now comes the next challenge, blending that weld into the surrounding metal for a flat, uniform finish. Don't worry though, because we've got two familiar faces here to walk you through every step of the process for both MIG and TIG welds. While in the end, the goals are the same. The steps vary slightly because the welds behave differently. TIG welds are softer and flatter and much more malleable, which make them ideal for planishing to smooth and stretch the welds before grinding. Ryan will show us how to tackle these. On the other hand, MIG welds are typically harder, which means no planishing. They also sit more proud on the surface, so you're gonna need a grinder to get them leveled. But we will have Cody take us through that process as well. First up, Ryan Krause will show us how to planish TIG welds with a hammer and dolly to flatten the seam before grinding. Before we pass it over to Ryan, if you enjoy the content and feel like you've learned something today, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. That way we can keep making content every single week. Now, let's get into the video.
All right, so we've just finished welding. The bedside is ready for the next step. The next step is planishing. We're gonna take a hammer and dolly, and just like we did with the tack welds, I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna hammer this weld out. Now earlier I mentioned about being really consistent with my heat when I weld it because it'll make it easier to planish. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the hammer and dolly and I'm gonna kind of just force the panel a little bit flatter. So I'm gonna attack all the highs and lows, and then I'm gonna run from one end to the other and stretch the panel back out. And then after that, I'll kind of bounce around to fix any little spots that need to be stretched additionally. And then the other thing I'll need to do is also grind the tops of the welds. And I might do that intermittently as I'm working. Because the fitment wasn't 100% consistent the whole way through, I had spots with a little more gap. I had to use more filler rod in different areas, which means those welds will need a little bit extra grinding. So I might grind the tops of those welds down a little bit as I'm planishing just to make it work out a little bit better, but you'll see how it goes.
Thanks, Ryan. With the TIG weld planishing complete, it's time to move on to the MIG side of things. Now you've seen how TIG welds are planished flat. It's time to take a look at grinding and sanding a MIG weld seam until it's smooth and level with the panel. Here's Cody to show you how that's done.
So we've got it all welded as best as we can. We need to come back with a grinder and sand all these high spots down, and we likely will be exposing some areas in between these tacks that we still have to hit. That's just sort of how this goes, but by sanding it down, we'll be able to see those and get to them. If you try and place another weld in there, you're gonna end up just making it more and more proud, and you're gonna have to spend more time grinding. So the whole goal is to make a pass, grind it down, and then hit it again in the spots you need to. So that's what we're gonna do. We work across the welded seam with a couple different grinders. After your panel's flat and none of your welds are proud, you can switch over to 80 grit on a DA to finish the metalwork.
Now that the MIG weld looks clean and uniform, it's time to prep the area for the next stage in your restoration project, bodywork. Let's head back to Cody to see that process in action.
Well, we've got it all welded up and ground down. I used a die grinder, I used a flat disc, and then I finished off with an 80 grit paper and DA. You can see I have a little bit of a low spot there. That's no problem. A little bit of body work will take care of that. Otherwise, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So now we've got to get this prepped and ready to go for body work. We're going to coat it with Afterweld. Afterweld's a phosphoric acid, and it's going to etch this whole panel, and it's also going to get into any possible crevices that may be here along the weld seam and prevent any corrosion from occurring. We're going to apply this, let it sit for about 2 to 5 minutes and keep the panel wet. Then we're going to wipe it all down with pre. This pre is going to neutralize it, and then it will clean the whole panel. This is acid-based, so we've got to have our safety gear on, gloves. We've got plastic down on the floor. I've got glasses. I'm going to wear a respirator. After we've got this all wiped down and cleaned off, we'll move over to our 2K airspray epoxy. All right, we're just gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. Got a little scuff pad here. Just gonna agitate the surface. It's gonna make it work a little quicker. And you can see how this metal's turning into this a nice clean light color. That's what you're looking for. We spray the panel with pre-painting prep to neutralize the afterweld and then wipe it off. Like you saw there, we let that afterweld sit for a few minutes. Using the pre-painting prep is critical because it neutralizes the acid. If you don't get all of that afterweld or any of these acid etch products off the panel, it begins to get chalky and white because that acid is just sitting on the surface and just drying. If you have that happen, it's not a big deal. All you have to do is grab some of your afterweld or fast etch product, hit it, wet the surface, scuff it up a little, and then hit it with pre, and hit it with a lot of pre. You can see we actually didn't have any of that here, and that's because we used a good bit of pre to get it off the panel. Looks great. Now we're ready for epoxy.
And that's how you finish a MIG and TIG welded patch panel, like a pro. If you're ready to master the entire patch panel process, whether you prefer MIG or TIG welding, we have the perfect on-demand course for you over at Eastwood University. From fiberglass repair to metal fabrication to painting your own car, Eastwood University gives you the tools to master a new skill and get professional results right from your own garage. Start learning today, and hopefully we'll see you in class soon.